The day is finally here. EA has patched the box check into Madden 25, and it's ushered in the return of match coverage as a whole. Today's YouTube video is going to show you guys how to shut down compressed bunch and tight formations from shotgun with this rule set. Now, the box check is a really cool setup that allows you guys to play a 4-on-3 against a compressed look. With bunch formations being the meta or the most effective tactic available in Madden nearly every single year, knowing how the box check works is going to be crucial, because when your opponent attacks the sideline with a corner route, you're going to be able to guard it with the correct player. When they want to throw a flat route, it's going to be boxed by the correct player. Or if they want to throw a shallow in-breaking route, the box check is equipped to make sure that you're always playing 4-on-3 around the bunch formation to keep the numbers in your advantage. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show you guys the coverages that will allow you guys to do this. The first one is going to be cover 4 quarters. The second one is cover 4 palms. And the third one is going to be cover 6 as long as you're on auto flip. If you choose not to be on auto flip, it will be either cover 6 or it will be cover 9. And you'll want to make sure that it's the cover 4 side of the defense that is on the bunch side to make this work. For what it's worth, I just dropped my match coverage comprehensive game plan on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. This is one of the most looked forward to and sought after game plans I do every single year. And this year I've expanded it to not only encompass all the rules for quarters, palms, cover 6 and cover 9 versus twins, trips, bunch, tight, trips, tight ends, and also all the rules and nuance when you're playing off coverage versus press alignment, because a lot of players don't know there's different rules for those coverages when you do that. But I've also added in the cover 3 match into this year's game because there are new rules for that defense as well. You guys will be able to use that against popular formations, including trips, which it's lacked rules against for so many years. So make sure you guys go check it out. It's all included, all inclusive, $9.95 for everything on the website. That's my offense, my defense, the match coverage game plan, all my other defensive game plans, over 75 vault tips released so far in Madden. And you guys can tack on college football access for just $5 extra a month. And make sure you guys hop into our Discord where we have lab sessions every single Wednesday. So let's explain how box check works. Basically, there are 4 zones on the field that you guys will utilize involved in creating a 4 corners of a box around the bunch route combo. Those are the quarter flat, the 3 receiver hook, the inside quarter safety, and the outside corner in his quarter zone. And they're going to create a box. The easy way to think about it is that the quarter flat is the low outside portion of the box. The 3 rec hook defender is the low inside portion of the box. And as you can imagine, the safety will be the high inside point of the box, and the outside deep zone will be the high outside corner of the box. Now, that's a really easy way to kind of explain it, but there also is another way to explain it that is a little bit more football oriented. In other words, the quarter flat defender defends the first outbreaking route from the bunch formation. Whoever it is, if they attack the flat, that's his responsibility. The outside quarter in this defense defends the second outbreaking route. This would be like a corner or a deep out cut from this bunch. So in the event that you were to have a flat and then a corner route, it's the quarter flat in the outside deep zone that will match those each in the coverage. The 3 receiver hook is responsible for the first in breaking route, if there is one, in the route combo. So that would be drags, short in routes, slants, things like that. That's his responsibility. And then of course the safety would be responsible for the second in breaking route from the bunch route combo as well. So effectively, whether or not your opponent floods the sideline or floods the middle of the field with a drive combo, you're going to be in a good position. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up the most popular route combo every single year, street, corner, flat. And what you're going to see is that when we snap this ball, and I'm going to spy off the pass rush so that way you can have time to see it, you're going to see that our quarter flat defender will take the first outbreaking route, which is going to be DK Metcalf quick to the flat. The second outbreaking route is Xavier Worthy, who is running the corner. And you're going to see first one played down, second one played by the outside guy, and then the seam is matched by the safety. So let's go ahead and throw that away. We'll take a look at the instant replay. So as you can see initially, we have a quick outbreaking route in the flat. The quarter flat, being the low outside portion of our box, plays his assignment. So when you take a look, the box is a little bit bent, but you can see the 4 corners of our box. Now, this is the big thing in the game and where the game has been patched to make this work. What used to happen on this play is that Williams would match the streak and the safety would have to fight through all that traffic to play the corner. Now, the corner will stay as the high outside corner of the box and receive whoever the second outbreaking route is. And that's pretty easy to tell. That's the corner route. So he matches in man-to-man on him. He's in man-to-man the rest of the play on this route. And since there was no in-breaking route on this play, you see that our number 66, our hook defender, he's free to just kind of rob the middle of the field. Had there been a drag or something, he would have played that. And I'll show that to you momentarily. And then right here, because there is no other route that is really an in-breaker, he's going to latch on man-to-man on this. And he's good to go. So we're matching the streak, we're matching the corner. That looks really good, but I'm sure you're saying, well, what if you guys mix up the route combo? What if in this example, I sent the rare situation where maybe in this particular breakdown, we go Cheetah to the flat, Worthy on the streak instead of the corner, and then Metcalf on the corner instead of the flat. The rule set is going to play out no matter what here. So again, the first outbreaking route will be taken by Cooper DeJean in our quarter flat roll. That would expect to be Tyreek Hill. Then the outside far left deep zone is looking for the next outbreaker, whether that is going to be Worthy or DK is dictated by the offense. So when I snap this ball, you see the first outbreak is played, the second outbreak is received, and the same player matches the seam. Even though the route combo was completely switched, all three players ran a different route on that play. You see here that when this breaks down, look at how this is like the four corners of a box, like right here. And then as the route combo develops, you can still see it, the box just becomes bigger. I mean, if you were to really zoom in, you can see the four corners in white of our box around this route combo. And because it's flooding the sideline, there's nothing for our low inside portion of the box to have to guard. That's a great user candidate if your opponent floods the sideline nonstop. This will allow you to, look for a running back in route, a tight end post, a drag of some sort. But of course, there are other route combos that people can run. It's not just street corner flat. While that is the most popular one, there's a lot of other stuff people like to run. So let's go ahead and talk about another one. In this example, we're going to run a streak post drag combo. And it's just going to look something like this. With this, our rule set is still in play. Remember, with this defense, our three receiver hook is responsible for the first in breaking route. That's usually a drag, a slant, a short in route. The safety over the top on the inside on the bunch side is responsible for the second in breaking route. So what you would anticipate from a route combo like this, DK Metcalf is our first in breaking route. Cheetah is our second in breaking route. So we snap this ball. I'm going to go ahead and spy the rush again. You're going to see drag matched by the three rec, post matched by the safety. Now, with this, it's important to remember that because these players are responsible for playing zone and then converting into man-to-man, you're going to need players that can convert well. This is dictated by the play recognition rating. And then from there, their man coverage rating will basically take over. So it's zone until it needs to be man. And then it's man once the match happens. How quickly that match occurs is the play recognition rating. Okay. Now, in some cases in Madden's past, this requires more testing. There have been instances of a high man coverage, high play recognition player being absolutely fine in match coverage, where the play recognition almost takes over for the zone coverage as a whole, and you don't actually notice them playing poor. So, go ahead and test that theory out for yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Before I go, let's go ahead and test one more kind of interesting combo here. I'm going to use the first in breaker as Tyreek Hill. I'm going to use the second in breaker as our point man, and then I'll run off with a streak. This is basically called a drive combo. It's a very similar route combo to the last one, just with a dig instead of a post. But we've also inverted the shallow cross. You're now seeing that the first in breaker is Tyreek Hill rather than DK Metcalf. So what you're going to see here is first in breaker. Look at the three rec hook. He matches him. Second in breaker, the safety takes. Okay. As it pertains to your three rec hook, if you guys are big on using this player, this is where a lot of players bust up and they say, oh man, I can't run match. I get beat by drags. Well, did you know it's your responsibility? In this case, you're looking here, you read this vertical, vertical. Okay. I'm safe at this point, but now I'm seeing the first shallow in breaking route. All of a sudden, this is the three rec hook's responsibility. And as you can see, Tyreek Hill against a linebacker is not always the best case scenario. So if you guys have, for instance, a safety you could sub in your defense here at the three rec hook, that's fine. Obviously you're going to need somebody who can run with a really fast receiver because the offense is going to dictate who needs matched. Now, the good news is, depending on the route combo, you still will sometimes have help. You see right here in this case, this quarter flat has nothing to guard, so he's kind of there to bracket that throw. And this allows Wildman to kind of catch up and, be able to have a little bit help. But again, in the event that, the running back were to leak out of the backfield, you're going to be in a spot where sometimes that route might be left out to dry. Again, if I were to, for whatever reason, send Pacheco down the seam, run a corner route, a drag, whatever here, you're going to see in this particular instance that you're still going to have that 3-rec hook responsible for the first in breaker. And now in this case, with the streak in a corner, you're still looking at hopefully the match coverage box check on the backside playing effectively. And you see that everything was handled, okay? But it still comes down to the correct matchups. You have to understand exactly, who is going to be responsible to whom, and make sure that you have the correct personnel in. Because you see right here, in this case, first in breaking route, got a pretty good rep there out of Wildman. Now, if I'm a Madden player, I'm throwing the drag out there, rat catching it and turning up the sideline for 12 yards. So again, it's not always gonna be a situation where this quarter flat's gonna have nothing to do. You see in this case, he had to go match the running back. And this is why I'm telling you guys, if you guys want more details, head over to gridirongameplans.gg for my comprehensive match game plan. I explain all this in insane detail, make it super easy for you guys to understand and digest. Learn match in an hour, watch it back, go play some games, learn where you're weak, make adjustments. We're going to be updating this game plan all year long to help you guys out with the popular metas in the game. That's going to do it for me today. I'm out of here. Until next time, it's Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.